My name is Ken Abbott. A bit about me: I live in Portishead, which is in North Somerset, and work as a photographer. I live with my wife and 3 children, and I support Bristol City. In 2019, I was diagnosed with throat cancer. I'd been having quite a lot of pains in my ear and throat area, so I went to the doctor. She referred me to oncology. I then, throughout the whole of September 2019, went through lots of tests and seeing consultants, and at the end of the month, they did diagnose me with the throat cancer. The treatment was very challenging and quite difficult. I had 6 weeks of intense radiotherapy where they blasted the area to get rid of the tumour, and that had a huge effect. It made me feel very, very unwell. When the treatment finished, I then went through a recovery period, which was 2 to 3 months, and in some ways that was the worst period. The way radiotherapy works is it starts its real work after you've finished having it. So throughout December and January, so December 2019, January 2020, it knocked me out completely. I couldn't eat. I was being fed through a tube, and I couldn't drink and couldn't speak hardly at all. I was so blocked up I couldn't hear. So that was a big challenging time. The toughest bit about having cancer was, I suppose, all the treatment and just how it made me feel, and although a lot of it I can't remember now, but I think it was the end of it. I started to recover by March 2020. I was given the first all clear, and throughout the whole winter I'd been planning, once I got my strength back, what I was going to do in the spring, and lots of plans. But of course we got to March 2020 and lockdown came in, so I had to isolate, I had to shield, and that was actually the toughest part. Having gone through all of this, and just at the moment I was getting better and wanted to go out and do all these things I couldn't do, I suddenly had to stay in and couldn't go out for months. So that was the toughest part. I don't think I was ever scared during this period as such. Obviously I was very concerned. It was all very challenging. I was very worried about the people around me. But the two things I think that didn't make me scared was, one, obviously it was a very good prognosis. They said 95% chance of full recovery, and I just felt I was in very, very good hands with everyone that I was involved with in the NHS. You really felt fully confident that they knew what they were doing and they were going to cure me. So I wouldn't say I ever really felt scared. I've now been cancer free for 5 years, which is the big milestone. That's for all cancer treatment. Once you get to 5 years, you're then officially declared that the cancer is gone, it's not coming back, and you're sort of back to where you were at the start of it. So that is the milestone where you really celebrate.
Thank you for the interview.
That's okay.